Hi everyone, welcome back. So now I'm going to show you how to create an in-text citation. So this is the second step to citations. The first step was in the first video and it was all about works cited and how to create a works cited that goes at the bottom of your writing piece. And now we're going to talk about the second step, which is in-text citations. So in-text citations go inside your text. So in-text citations go after a quote, a paraphrase, or a summary of information taken from another source. So if you take a look here, we have a whole bunch of different tabs up that I had from the last video. We should have the Mir pushed the frontier of space article up. What I want you to take a look at is down towards the bottom. Here's like the works cited, and that's what we covered in the previous video. But here I want you to take a look at this. The thing I have highlighted right now is an in-text citation. An in-text citation is something that clues your reader in on where did you get this information. It's just a little piece of the big thing that we have down here. So if you see here, this last name, that actually relates back to this specific source. So the information that the student is writing about in this paragraph all relates back to things he or she learned about in this source. Okay. There's a whole bunch of different citations in this article that we can take a look at. So the first one that I see is, if you scroll down a little bit, it's in the second paragraph. Here is that first citation, but notice, oh, here's another, and here's another, here's another. So there's so many that the student used in here, and you should have in-text citations all throughout your article, anything that you're writing. Go ahead and go back to our presentation on our Pear Deck, and I want you to read this with me. So typically an in-text citation is parentheses, the last name of the author, the page number, the closing parentheses, and the period after. However, if there is no author listed, your information needs to match up with the first thing listed in the works cited. So take a close look here at my example. Here's the works cited. So I have the last name of the author and the entire works cited here. And then here's a quote from that article. I have the quotations. It has the, it talks about what's written in the article. And then at the end, I have the in-text citation. Now, this article was online, and a website doesn't have page numbers. So it's okay if you don't always have page numbers. You should if it's a printed article or it's from a book. But in this case, if it's a website, you're not going to have page numbers, and that's all right. So notice how the last name here matches up with the last name here. Let's take a look at my second example. So on the next slide over, this one here, the works cited, this did not have an author, this source. Instead, food safety is the title of the article, okay? Even though it did not have an article, or I'm sorry, an author, food safety appears first, and so that's what we're going to have in our in-text citation. Okay, notice how it matches up, food safety, okay? That's what an in-text citation should have. It should match up what it says in the works cited. So let's try this out. Go ahead and click this link. So it's another News ELA article. And once it loads, you can see here's the information about dream jobs and an art therapist. Oh, that's interesting. And it has all the information down below that we need. In fact, this time, since we have the URL, let's go ahead and copy this. And let's go to BibMe. And up at the top, I can click Add Another Citation to your bibliography, Or if your page already looks like this, that's great. We're going to go ahead and paste the URL in here. We're going to search the website. And notice here, it has the information. I'm going to click select. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. And I'm going to click final step. And then here has some more information. If it has missing pieces, I can fill that in. So I noticed that the author is missing, so I'm going to go ahead and add that. So here's my article. It's by Haley Romaine, so I'm going to get her first name, copy, and bring that over. I'm going to place that in the first name box, paste it, and then I'm going to get her last name, copy, and bring that over to her last name. And I could probably go back also and add the publisher and the date. And then I'm going to click Create Citation. Then I can scroll down and it looks like here in my yellow box is the work cited. So that's the thing we just created from the last video. In order to make an in-text citation, I need all of this information. So in my in-text citation, here's my large works cited. I'm just going to have Romaine in my in-text citation. So going back to the Pear Deck, I'm going to type in parentheses, Romaine. This was a website, so I don't need to put a page number. Close the parentheses and put a period at the end. And that is the answer to this question. That's the in-text citation for this article. Now, what I'd like for you to do is on the next page, I want you to practice this. I want you to create an in-text citation for this article. So you can click on that website, and then you're going to do what I just did with the previous example. You're going to create an in-text citation for this website. Go. After you're done, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to be around. I'm going to be checking your answers. If you had any questions about in-text citations, please let me know. I'll be around to help you. But that is going to be the end of this video. So just a quick summarize what we learned here. So we've had 2 videos so far. The first video was all about works cited pages. So it's your bibliography. And we created all of those through BibMe. And then we also talked about in-text citations, which are going to be here at the end of a quote, a paraphrase, or a summary. Moving forward, I'm going to make one more video that I'd like for you to watch, and it's going to be over how to summarize, paraphrase, and quote. Okay? After each of these things, we should have an in-text citation because we need to give credit where credit is due. Okay? And we'll talk about that more in the next video. So with that being said, have a good day. Please let me know if you have any questions.